Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be looking at some awesome life hacks in Outlook. So we're going to be looking at how can you schedule emails. Maybe you want to send an email to a colleague in a few days, or you're working up late at night and you have a sales proposal to send, but you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't send it right now, but I'll forget in the morning, so let me go ahead and schedule it. And then the other thing I want to show you is, well, how do you save potentially a lot of embarrassment, or maybe even worse, by adding delays to your email? I'm sure you've been there where you send something, you're like, oh, I can't believe I just said that, or I've replied to everyone, or I've just sent confidential data to the wrong person. Whatever it is, we're going to be looking at exactly that. How do we schedule emails? How do we add delays with a rule to all your emails? So let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, so we're now here in Outlook on Windows. Let's get this party started. So to be able to schedule an email for sending at a later time, all you need to do is go to the top left. Let's just go to new email. And now you just want to formulate the email that you've got. In my case, we're just going to make this for Megan to celebrate her 1-year work anniversary that's coming up on Friday. And then when you're happy with the email, to be able to delay this email or schedule it for another time, all you've got to do is either go to the ribbon here where you see tags, and then you can click on message options. And then what you'd have to do is tick the do not deliver before, choose your date and time. Or you just have to go up to the top here, choose options, and then go to delay delivery. And what this does for us is it now automatically ticks do not deliver before. And then you can go select, like we said here, for Megan, it's going to be Friday for her work anniversary. And then I could change the time to be, let's say, 9 a.m. I want this to be one of the first emails she reads as she comes into the office. So at this point, we've now set up our delay delivery. All we need to do is go ahead and hit send. And now that you've sent the email, it doesn't go into sent items, but it actually goes into the outbox because it hasn't sent yet. So under the outbox, you can see a 1. And if we select that, we can now see this email to Megan Bowen. So you might be thinking, well, actually, I want to change the date or the time of this schedule. And you could absolutely do that. So you could just click back into the email. And then all you need to do is go back to the options and then back to delay delivery, which we can see is on right now. And then you could change it to, you know what, maybe I send it to her a little bit later in the day. Once you've set this up, or if you wanted to go to immediately, obviously just untick do not deliver before, and then just go ahead and hit close. And then we can just go ahead and send that email. At this point, we now have our email and it's going to be sent on Friday. So let's go have a look at how we could do this in the web version as well. Okay, so we're now here in the web version for Outlook. Let's go ahead and choose new message. And again, we're sending a message to Megan because we're celebrating her 1-year work anniversary. So once you're happy with your message, you can go down here to send. But if you just hit send right now, it's just going to instantly send it out. So what we need to do is do the drop down and then choose send later. And then from here, we can go ahead and choose the date and time. So I could choose Friday again, and then we could change it to, let's say, 9 a.m. And then I could just go ahead and hit send. So at this point now, it's a little bit different than what we saw earlier. Now the email goes into drafts. So at this point, we see our draft email here to Megan. And if I select that, it tells us that this message is scheduled to send on Friday for 9 a.m. So at this point, if you want to change that, maybe I need to change the date or whatever it is, you can just go to the right-hand side here and choose cancel send. And then it brings us back into the email. So now you can make any changes you want. You could send it instantly, or you can come back and go to send later. And then maybe I want to choose another date and time. And then I could do send again. And now that's updated us to say this is scheduled for Monday. Okay, so let's now go ahead and create the rule that's going to delay our emails by a couple of minutes once we've sent them. Hopefully this is going to help you not be in any difficult situations with the emails you send. So to be able to do this, all you need to do is come up to the ribbon, choose rules, and then select manage rules and alerts. And then from here, we're going to choose new rule. And then what we're going to select is start from a blank rule, and we're going to choose apply rule on any messages that I send, and then just go ahead and hit next. And then from here, on any of these conditions, we're going to just leave this as blank and choose next again. And then it's going to say, oh, this rule is going to apply to every message that you send. Is this correct? Yes, it is. That's what we want. So we're going to just go ahead and hit yes. And now at this point, where it's asking us, what do we want to do with the messages? Well, we're going to select defer delivery by a number of minutes. So let's go ahead and just tick that. And now here we want to edit what this rule does. So where you see a number of, just select that. And now you can change this to any minutes that make sense for you. So you might want to choose 3, 5, 10. I see a lot of people go between 3 and 5 minutes. So I'm just going to go ahead and select 3 and then just do OK. So at this point now, we're going to say any messages that I send, it's going to go ahead and defer them by 3 minutes. So let's just choose next again. And then here you could choose any exception. So maybe like to your boss, you just want to send it instantly. You could mess around with this in your own time, but we're just going to choose next for this demo. And now you want to go ahead and give this a name. So I'm just going to give it something sensible like delay sending email. And I want to make sure this rule is turned on, which it is by default. So at this point, we're ready to rock and roll. Let's just go ahead and hit finish. And then it's going to just say, this rule will only run once you check your emails in Outlook. So that's fine. Let's just hit OK. And then we're going to just apply and OK that. And at this point, we now have our rule set up. So let's just go ahead and send an email and try this out. So I'm just going to do new email. And then from there, we're just going to add Megan again. And we're going to be celebrating her 1-year work anniversary. And then I'm just going to do send. So at this point, we can now see that we have a 1 on our outbox. Because we got this 3-minute delay, this is going to sit in our outbox until it reaches that time. So if I came in and was like, oh, I've got it wrong, it's actually her 2-year celebration, I could just come into that email, change it now. I can easily edit it in the outbox. I could change that now to 2, for example, and then just hit send again. And now in 3 minutes, this is going to send it out. So we'll come back once that's done. And there we have it. After 3 minutes, that email has been sent. If I went to send items now, we can clearly see that my changes are there. It's now not that 1 year, but it's a 2-year. And our rule has worked perfect. So there's a couple of life hacks in Outlook for you. How do you schedule emails to go at a different time? And then also, how do you delay on all the emails that you send? So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe to learn more about Microsoft and other technologies, and we'll see you soon.